Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Zafira binti Rosli. My magic number is A22A0128. I would like to present my assignment Fundamental Management about four-figure management. First of all, management is the process of getting things done efficient and effective with the through other people. Management also about the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling (PLOC), using the resources to complete the goal. Each figure has a different way of management and each has its own advantage and disadvantage. The figure is Frederick Wiesland, Henry Fayol, Mary Poker Follett, and the famous figure in management is Max Weber. At the end, from all the approach, we can see many kind of theory to manage some activity to achieve their own goal and target. The first figure is Frederick Wiesland Taylor. He was born on 20 March 1856 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, US. He died in 21 March 1950. He was an American inventor and engineer who is known as the father of science management. His system of industrial management, known as Taylorism, greatly influenced the development of industrial engineering and production management through the world. Taylor's philosophy focused on the belief that making people work as hard as they could was not as efficient as optimizing the way the work is done. In 1909, Taylor published the Principle of Science Management. He believed that management should be responsible for planning, carefully selecting employees, providing adequate training to employees, and maintain good relations with them. All these techniques are available in his book. Argue that by optimizing and facilitating jobs, productivity will increase. Like I said before, managers and employees need to cooperate with each other. So by this theory, this standardization entails an incentive to work as quick as possible. There are four of this theory which is replace working by rule of thumb rather than simply assign worker to just any job, monitor worker, and the last one is allocate the work between manager and workers. This theory also have advantage and disadvantage. The advantage theory from Frederick Taylor is increased production. The employees are strictly supervised by their management and have set target to achieve. Therefore, the productivity of employees are likely to increase. Next, being in control. The rigid hierarchy system and employee specialization in an individual task allow managers to have good control of employees. Another one is decrease in necessary. The way of performing a task is scientifically tested and the best method is established, as well as the employees become an expert in performing a specific task. However, the disadvantage in costly methods. Establish a scientific management theory will require a lot of investment from the organization. He produced of scientifically testing each method. Planning and training staff will require a lot of funds. This theory also control of employees. This can be a drawback as control of employees must follow activity that is set by the manager. This make work repetitive, does not allow employees to be creative and reduce their motivation. The next speaker is Henry Fayol. He was born in 29 July 1841 in a suburb of Constantinople and now is Istanbul. He was a French mining engineer, mining executive, author, and director of mines who developed a general theory of business administration that is often called Fayolism. He was also a father of modern management. His management theory mostly developed and published in early 1900. Fayol believed that managerial practice was key to predictability and efficiency in organization. The administrative theory view communication as a necessary ingredient to successful management, and many of Fayol's practices are still alive in today's workplace. The management theory Henry Fayol includes three main theories, which is the 6 industrial activity, the 5 function of management, which is planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. The last one is the 14th principle of management for identify the skill that we need to manage well. It's all about how art management works can be practiced to the maximum best. This theory for the success of art activities. The advantage from this theory is facilitates organizational structure. The key is 40 principle of management is the organizational structure. Fayol talk about a hierarchy structure in which the top level of management act as forceful leader. The hierarchy structure is the model for many businesses today. Then, top-down models such as those described by Fayol are popular as a way to ensure results are implemented from senior level to rank and file. Next, promote the team concept. Rather than having employees work individually on projects, many companies group workers with diverse skill and talent into a team. This helps shore up any weakness because employees with opposing with talent work together to make up from each other deficit. Last, motivates employees through fair compensation. Leaders must compensate employees to encourage them to perform above standard. Salary and wages are always a delicate subject. However, Fayol does further than just talking about money, believing that non-monetary compensation was equally important. Disadvantage from this theory is Fayol based his work on his own experience in management and not on any empirical research. Then, this theory also myopic and very inward-looking, not giving any consideration to customer needs. This results in organization structure to service the need to the organization. It would be better if the organization was structured to service the need of the customer. Now, I will continue with the only female figure. I am going to talk about Mary Baker Follett. She was born in Quincy, Massachusetts on 3 September 1868. She was an American management consultant, social worker, philosopher, and pioneer in the field of organizational behavior. She has been called the mother of modern management. All the management heuristics working during the early 20th century followed organizational theory focused on individual and autonomous power in encourage employees to work collaboratively. Follett drew attention to folk-oriented management method. Mary Baker Follett insists on the interaction of management and employees. She sees management and leadership holistically. Adopting a modern approach, she identifies the leader as someone who sees the whole thing rather than a certain one. She also believed that management was the art of getting things done through people. Follett practiced these principles of coordination that have developed her theory of management. First, direct contact. Secondly, early contact. Thirdly, reciprocal relationship. And the last one is continuous process. First one, increase employees' engagement. Follett principle motivate employees to increase their engagement and loyalty to an organization by establish ownership and responsibility for success with each level of a hierarchy. So, they will more productive. Secondly, allow for flexibility. Follett preference for two-way confidential conversation is handy when allowing for flexibility in small business setting. Leader and staff must build mutual trust so as the part is comfortable anticipating rather than avoiding problems and pushback. Next, encourage a flat hierarchy structure. Employees at small business often wear many hats to accomplish business goals. In this environment, executive can champion the power with principle by expressing gratitude for the value each employee brings to the organization as well. Disadvantage from this theory is not a specific theory or strategy and will not be effective in today's large company and franchise. Max Weber Carl Emil Weber, born in 21 April 1864, was a German sociologist, historian, jurist, and political economist who is regarded of the development of modern Western society. His experience in the country eventually led to the organization of the Max Weber theory of bureaucracy. He instituted the belief that an organization must have a defined hierarchy structure and clear rules, regulation, and line of authority which govern. He also believed bureaucracy was the most efficient way to set up an organization, administration, and organization. Max Weber believed that bureaucracy was better than traditional structure. Weber lists six major principles of the bureaucracy from as follows. First, a formal hierarchy structure, rules-based management, three functions specifically organization, four, a focus or in-focus mission, five, impersonal, six, employment based on technique, qualification. These three also have three types of authority. The advantage from the theory Max Weber is running of administration duties. The key responsibility of bureaucracy is to run the day-to-day administration in accordance with the policy, law, rules, regulation, and decision of the government. The political executive simply exercises quality public function. Hence, bureaucracy is very important for controlling and supervising function. Second, effective. Work is effectively performance under the supervision of immediately managers in the hierarchy and competency increase. Third, decision making. Hierarchy provide for a top-down management structure. Decision generally come from managers to supervisor and so on down rank of the organization. Disadvantage from the theory is formal hierarchy tend to be rigid. Discuss the relationship between employees and supervisor to become strained. Second, to details, rules, and control lead to the existence for a tense atmosphere in the organization because everything is too organized. Humans are compared to machines that have no heart and only work for the company. In conclusion, the main objective of management is to achieve efficient in work. In my opinion, about theory from Frederick Wisland, he believed in the science of management that is the basis on the observation, measurement, analysis, and renewal of working method and economic incentive. Therefore, each activity should be based on science in order to replace opinion or rules that have no basis. As a result, humans are considered measure. And Henry Fayol theory, he knew about the six industrial activity, the five functions of management, and the 14 principles of management for identify the skill that were needed to manage well. In the theory of management of Henry Fayol, all the stage in the management process are important, and in the theory of management of Henry Fayol, all stage in the management process are important and interdependent with each other. All process play their own role in ensuring that the objective of a project or program are achieved. However, Mary Parker Follett have their own theory that she pays special attention to issues such as ensuring employees' welfare, evaluating individual and collective effort, and promoting teamwork. Using the word art to define management, it is inaccurate to say that management is just an art. Management also involves the search and accumulation of knowledge by referring to it as a science. This theory does not directly discuss the function or role played by a manager. Max Weber. Summary, it can be concluded that the bureaucracy theory introduced by Max Weber has had a significant impact in the field of organization and administration. The bureaucracy theory described by Weber has a lot to do with scientific management where this theory emphasizes rationality, the ability to predict, not be influenced by setting, technical competency, and authoritarianism. Today, we can see that bureaucracy is widely practiced in government agency, hospital, defense institution, non-government organization, NGO, corporate companies, social clubs, academy, institution, and so on. This proves that bureaucracy theory is not merely ideological but can actually be applied to any type of organization. in this area, I think the Max Weber theory is suitable for use in management because many organizations use that. So that's all for me about the presentations today. Thank you.